Okay, so we had a strong impulse to the downside, and now we're finally correcting. So we're looking to get in on another selling position. Right now, we are hovering around our weekly zone. If I go, let me go ahead and go on the weekly time frame. So we're testing these weekly lows right now. All right, and if we go up to the monthly, we see we have monthly lows right over here. Okay, so we can either right now we're testing weekly lows, and we also have our monthly zone marked up here, which is in confluence with a 61 Fibonacci. Okay, so we can have price reject here, or I can push up a little bit further and reject up here. Right now, just looking at the size of the candlesticks, it was looking very bullish, 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 and bullish. Though we did have a wick rejection here. Go on to the 4-hour. We broke above, and then we came right back down below. So we are testing this weekly zone right now. All right, so again, we could either reject off here, or we can reject off here. So not really convinced yet with these candlesticks. Looks like we're just testing this previous support to resistance right here. Okay, so all I need is something to entice me to get in. Hopefully, maybe if we get 3 touches on here, not even 3 touches. All right, I guess we just need to hold off on a daily rejection candlestick just to confirm. Okay, obviously, the higher the time frame, the higher the more likely it's going to play out in your favor. Okay, so like price rejecting off this weekly zone, let's say this is like an 80% chance price is going to reverse here. Let's say we're at the monthly zone, it's going to be like a 90% chance price is going to reverse there. So again, the higher the time frame, the higher the probability it's going to play out in your favor. All right. So again, for those of you who just joined, we're looking to take some selling positions. We still need to hold off on some rejection. Just by looking at these candlesticks, we can still see that buyers are still in this market. Again, you guys can see, looking at the size of this, we engulfed 1, 2, 3, 4, almost 5 days of price action. All right, we're looking very bullish, 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 and we are slowing down at this weekly zone. So we'd like to see how we react. If we manage to stay below, we can sell this back down. Even at the very bottom of this zone, it's about 180 pips. All right, so that's AUD USD. Let's go ahead and skip that. All right, so Euro JPY. Personally was looking for some selling positions. We still need to hold off though to get some rejection. All right, number one, we need to find the trend. Okay, the trend is down. All right, how do we know the trend is down? Simply by looking at the swing highs. We're creating another lower swing high, and we are creating another lower swing high. Okay, so along with that, we also have lower lows, lower lows, lower lows, lower lows, lower lows. So in definition, we are in a downtrend. And for those of you who are still having trouble identifying this, we also released more videos on the website under technical analysis. All right, breakdown of the basics: trends, trend lines, support and resistance, candlestick reversals, putting it all together, and hopefully some more with Fibonacci and other risk management. So under the technical analysis, there's a lot more videos. All right, you guys. Starting with the second one.
Hello, everyone, and welcome.
All right. Other than that, Euro JPY, we're in a downtrend. Okay, just going off on a higher time frame. All right, we can see we are back at these monthly lows. Okay, you guys can see we had a strong rejection here, 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 and here. All right, looking at price here, we tapped it and rejected off. All right, and now we finally broke below, and we're retesting this monthly zone, you guys. All right, going down a little bit lower. Again, we are still looking very, very bullish. We're just looking at the size of these candlesticks. You can see here we got a lot of rejection. All right, price closed right next to this previous candlestick, but we managed to push up into this monthly zone. So I like to see how we react here. All right, if we get some rejection, we can look for some selling positions. All right, so let's see how we react. Other than that, Roy's telling me something about pound. I think he was talking about some news that released. All right, but he's projecting sells on all pound pairs. We also sent a full analysis yesterday on every single pair we're looking at, like USD CAD. You guys can see we're looking for a retest here. You look at that, we tipped it and rejected. Okay, so definitely like to see some follow through. Again, that was like a 20 pip drop. All right, let's see if he gets pull out a trend line. Right now I'm on the 1 hour. All right, we did break this trend line. All right, look like they. Let me go ahead and delete this. Get this out of the way. And if you guys can't hear me, make sure you guys say something. All right, so it looks like we got 1 touch, 2 touch. We broke that strong break. We can look for potential follow through. Again, you want to assess your risk. Is this worth getting in? Place it right here. We could place about a 30 pip stop loss above price. And then we just have to look in the past to see where we can get some confirmations. All right, you need to be able to stack up confirmations for your target, just like you're stacking confirmations for your entry. All right, the reason that is because you need to be able to know if you should still be in this trade. Why are you still holding? All right, is there a target you need to be or trying to reach? You know what I mean? So I'm like in this zone down here. So about a 150 pip drop. All right. I'm actually in this setup. Okay, so again, you guys, we broke the trend line, we broke the consolidation. All right, we had this break, and then we came back to retest. All right, so we see another continuation. All right, we also have some, I believe, crude oil news coming out tomorrow, so I'd like to see how that will affect price. All right, so that's USD CAD, USD JPY. It did, I believe, tap our stop loss. Let's see. So we got in here from these big rejections, but just looking off a higher time frame. Again, we were selling, okay, because we were in a downtrend. So we were trading with the trend. We had previous support over here. You guys can see we had a strong pin bar rejection here. In this green zone, we had rejection, 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 rejection. All right, but from this candlestick here, let's look at this candlestick. This was from a monthly rejection. You guys can see it's that whole wick right here. So price came down all the way down to these lows, these monthly lows. It tipped it. You guys can see 1, 2, and 3 times. It tipped it and it just rejected. All right, so we were looking for price to fill that candlestick. All right, just by looking at the size of these bearish candlesticks. Again, impulse, correction, impulse, correction. We're looking for another impulse. Scaling down. Again, that same candlestick engulfed that last previous weekly. And even if we see it on the daily, it is looking, it's probably the second biggest candlestick in this consolidated area. All right, we came down, price came back and closed. All right, so now we are testing. We're still in this trend line. 1, 2, third touch. So let me go ahead and adjust this to this support and resistance right here. Don't need that. All right, let's just go ahead and clean up our chart. All right, so looking at this support and resistance, we were looking at this one over here. So I'm bringing it up a little bit. And let me go ahead and get my Fibonacci from, I like the tip to the whip tip. I see we're at the 61 Fib. Okay, so again, just because we got stopped out doesn't mean it's over. It doesn't mean, oh, okay, we can trade tomorrow. Oh, no, I'm done for the day. No, don't keep your eyes off the charts. All right, you can still get in that move to make up all the money that you lost and then some. Okay, so let's hold off and see how this reacts. And this would be a nice entry. We're at the very we're touching the trend line. All right, you guys can see one, two, and third touch. If you guys want to hold off for some daily rejection, daily pin bar, that would give again some high probability setup. Again, higher the time frame, the more likely price is going to play out in your favor. Okay, you guys. So gold again. All these were sent out yesterday. All right, we don't want to just hand feed you guys, spoon feed you guys. I mean, if that's what you guys want, keep in mind it's not going to last. All right, we want to empower you guys to be able to trade on your own whenever you want. All right, so gold, we sent this out yesterday too. I believe Roy also called a sell on it. Um, Again, we're creating this support right here, this green zone. All right, uh, price had violated this green zone, or right over here, around that 1500 region. Right, we had a small retest on the 1 hour, and price dropped. Okay, so where is it? Okay, awesome. So you see right over here, we had that break, that impulse. And look at the size of this break, you guys. Look how convincing this looks. Look how enticing this looks. Okay. We had a break, retest, all right? And look at that. We had the trend in our favor. All right. We're in a short-term downtrend. All right. Trend is in our favor. We use trend lines and channels to identify trends. All right. Second, we found support and resistance. We have support, 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 support. Even going into the past, we have a lot of support in this zone. We managed to violate the support with a strong candlestick closure, okay? And we were able to retest. And we got in on the retest with this rejection, okay, you guys? And if you guys recall, we also sent this analysis on our previous videos, also posted on the website, you guys. If you guys missed that, we also post um, recap videos. All right, but again, if you guys haven't if you guys haven't watched the technicals, I recommend it. All right, um, and other than that, honestly, that's what I am looking at. Let me go ahead and open up my watch list to see. Again, I just star the ones just to keep my charts clean. And you guys, if you guys recall this setup, called a sell limit, right here with the break, the retest, this wick snapped us in our entry. You guys can see we put a 60 pip stop loss. We needed a 60 pip stop loss to cover this past swing high. This was the last swing high right over here. So we need to put a stop loss above this zone. That way it can't just get tipped, which it almost did right over here. You can see almost 12 pips away from our stop loss. All right. And it just dropped 180 pips. You guys can see it actually wicked through TP. And yeah, this was a beautiful setup. 180 pips. Honestly, just reading it from top down, starting from the monthly. All right. So you guys can see I was back testing. All right. Just pay attention from starting from here to here. All right. So, just testing out a strategy, but we had this, we're on the monthly time frame. Price came up to these monthly highs. We pushed all the way up. All right, we even passed through and we ended up coming back and closing. All right, looking at the weekly shot us up right here. And the next weekly candlestick snapped us right back down. All right, you see we closed right below. All right, we had that follow through. All right, so we went on to the daily. I saw this break, this retest, but I wanted it to confirm to break this zone right here. Once it broke this zone, I was like, okay, I'm getting in. It broke. All right, we saw a quarterly psychological zone, the 0.9100. So we said, okay, this looks like a nice entry for us to take our positions. And again, all this is covered on the boot camp. All right, so we set a sell limit, hit to the T, hit our TP to the T. All right, you guys. Other than that, yeah, I don't know who's interested in cryptos, but
Morning.
Good morning. But
Good morning.
um,
Go ahead and mute it.
ask you this morning to tell you that my name
1
is
second,
McFarlane,
guys.
but man,
So we go
therefore,
participants.
asking you because I'm
Awesome. So just to recap one more time, red list, AU. I'm on the daily time frame. All right, I want to see some daily rejection, all right, or even some 4-hour rejection, pin bar, engulfing, whatever it may be, you guys, to entice us to get into this setup. All right, we have 2 out of the 3 things for us to get in. All right, number 1, we have the trend in our favor. Number 2, we have support and resistance in our favor, but we don't have that candlestick reversal yet. All right, we don't have that candlestick reversal pattern yet. All right, so we need to hold off on that. All right. Euro JPY, we are at some monthly support and resistance zones. So I want to see how this daily candlestick reacts. The reason I say I want to see how this daily candlestick reacts, or maybe the next one, because this previous one still looks bullish. Why do I say it still looks bullish? You can see there's barely a wick at the top. Okay, like this one right here shows a very long wick or shadow signifying rejection. All right, so buyers pushed this up and sellers came right back down, and it closed right here. Same with the next candlestick. We had buyers push it up, but sellers pushed it right back down. All right, but buyers still maintain control, and they might still have control just by looking at the close of this candlestick where there's just a small wick. All right, if we end up rejecting something like this, all right, that would entice me to get it. All right, Euro JPY, USD CAD. I'm seeing sells on this. All right, I'm seeing sells on this. There we go. So I'm actually, you guys can see it broke that trend line, and we are getting that follow through. And I'm pretty sure everyone should be in USD CAD sells. All right. For those who have not gotten in, this is what I see. You can potentially get on this retest. All right, 30 pip stop loss above this swing. TP is a 5-to-1 risk to reward. All right, the reason it's 5-to-1 because you're risking 30 to get 150. 30 times 5 equals 150. Okay, if that makes sense. Again, you're risking 30 pips. It's a 5-to-1. If I fix this a little bit, I know it's at 49 at the bottom. So again, you guys don't have to measure any pips. All right, you guys can drop this tool and it's on the side. It can measure what you're risking and potential targets. So drawing panel right at the bottom, I believe in the measuring section. Okay, long position, short position. Long position means you want to buy, short position means you want to sell. All right, so since we want to sell, I'm going to go ahead and click on this short position. All right, and I am going to drop it where price is at currently. Okay, I can see this black line is telling me that price is at 1365.60. So if I want to take the trade right where price is at, I have to drop it where price is at. But say I want to take it a little bit higher. I want to wait for price to retrace up to the yellow zone. So I'll move the entry price into the yellow zone. Okay. The top is my stop loss. So right now it's saying I'm risking 20 pips. That's a little too short for me. So I'm going to move it up to 30. Just give it some room to breathe. Okay. So right now you can see it says 29.8. If I look over to the side, it gives me the number 1.32006, which is where this stop loss is. Look what happens when I move it, that number moves too. Okay, so 30 pips right over here. And I get my target, which again, we said that it was this zone down here. So you guys can see as I move it, the pips are moving and the risk to reward is moving. Again, anything above a 2 is enticing for us to get in. All right, so 150 pips, risking 30, 5-to-1 risk to reward. Okay. So this is actually how we get our parameters, you guys. So we take the entry price, the stop loss, and the target, and this is what we use to enter a MetaTrader, and this is what we send to you guys. All right. So if you guys want to get in a trade on your own, you see something's a setup that you find that meets your requirements in your trading account, by all means, take the trade. All right. As long as you assess your risk, this is assessing your risk, seeing how much you're risking, how much you're trying to get, and accepting your risk. All right. Accepting your risk and assessing your risk is two different things. And it's actually a skill. Accepting your risk is a trading skill. All right. Meaning, I'm okay with this trade hitting my stop loss. I already see this trade hitting my stop loss. I'm not going to be okay. I mean, I will be okay whether the market goes up or whether it goes down. All right. Because I know as long as I follow my risk parameters, my risk rules, I'm just going to take the next trade. All right. And I'm only going to be closer to my winners. All right, you guys. This is psychology. And it's honestly what's stopping a lot of individuals from becoming very profitable. All right. So you are your number one enemy. Sorry. You need to understand yourself. Okay. USD JPY, potential selling positions. All right. We're still in a downtrend. All right. Support to resistance, 61 fib. Last thing we need is just a candlestick confirmation. All right. Preferably the higher the time frame, the higher the probability it's going to play out. All right. Gold. Let's go ahead and see. Go ahead and clean this up actually. Clean it up from scratch. Move all drawing tools. Sometimes I like to just start fresh. All right. Oh, I am seeing we are testing these. I believe it's the daily swing lows. Okay, so the daily close right here. Let me go ahead and change that to something a little bit more visible. Okay, so right now gold is testing daily swing lows. Okay, so we're on the daily time frame, and I see that we had rejection, 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 rejection. We actually took a buy from this rejection. All right, so right now you guys can see the size of the candlesticks are slowing down, slowing down, slowing down on the daily time frame. All right, and we are testing daily swing lows. Okay, so let me go ahead and mark. I'm gonna copy this just to get. I like to, squeeze price in a zone. So this is the midpoint, and this is the top. Okay. So I'm going to fix this a little bit. You guys can see that I love it when just the distance between everyone is just so, it looks really nice. Okay. So let's go ahead and get onto the 4 hour. The 4 hour swing lows down here. Okay. I'm going to just mark this up. So it's the daily swing low. All right, we are testing swing lows. All right, so it looks like we did break below our daily swing low on the 4 hour time frame, and it looks like we're retesting. Though we bounced, it looks like we bounced off that 4 hour too, and we got a lot of rejection off of it. All right, so I want to see how we end up. Honestly, if we manage to stay above, you guys, if we manage to stay above this zone, all right, we can look for potential buying positions to target 1, target 2. All right. We always want to have options because it's suicide to commit to one trade. All right. Option 2, if we manage to break below, retest, continuation. Okay. I know, just going off higher time frames, I know I should have started with that, but I just saw that daily and I just got enticed. But again, using these swing lows here, all right, this is where price is actually rejecting rejection, rejection from these monthly zones right here. Okay, and that's also a 61 fib rejection. Okay, so we had a strong monthly candlestick came up, it rejected. Right now we're testing. Okay, weekly, looks like we got a pin bar, strong pin bar came up, rejected. Same thing with the next candlestick. Right, a strong hammer, price came up, came back down, it closed. Right, but and again it closed all below these zones over here. So this is a nice weekly resistance. Okay, rejection, 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 rejection. All right, scaling down even further. Again, that's where we marked up this setup, you guys. All right, so simply by using the daily swing low and the 4-hour swing low, we see we are creating some support. But again, if we manage to stay above this zone, we can look for buying positions. If we manage to break below, we can look for selling positions. All right, anything can happen, but definitely going to keep my eye on this setup. All right, you guys. All right, but you guys have any questions at all as to why I marked these charts up? I know one last thing, I didn't talk about pound. Personally, not looking at any pound pairs, but I know I believe Boris Johnson got rejected, I believe, for the last or third time regarding. Let me pull it up. Give me one sec. Don't want to quote you guys anything. But yeah, looking for some pound shorts, I believe, just with the fundamental aspects, playing around pound. Definitely want to trade in line with your technicals. All right, but I also posted on our Insta story. Give me one sec. So yeah, again, yeah, Johnson got rejected for another bid for an early election on Brexit. All right, so we can look for some potential pound shorts. All right, you guys. But other than that, again, we went over all these pairs. Now we just have to hold off and see how they play out. Most of the time, you guys have to be patient for price to get into your entry and patient for price to play out. Perfect example, you guys, is that euro pound trade. All right, we called this trade on the 25th, I believe, right over here. You guys can see it took a total of just 8 days just for price to break out, 9 days just for price to break out of the consolidation. All right, it took 9 days for price to finally go our way, and it took a total of 14 days for price to hit our target. And personally, you guys can see it went way past our target, way past our target. My broker didn't even actually take me out of the trade. So that's another thing. Be careful what broker you're using, honestly. All right. Definitely going to go into more depth with that. But other than that, you guys, thank you guys so much for hopping on the call. We'll post the recording as soon as it's finished loading. If you guys have any questions at all, you guys know where to contact us. You guys can always watch the rewind to see, and definitely pay attention to these setups. I like AU, Euro JPY, USD CAD. If you guys aren't in a sell, I don't know what else to tell you. It's like you guys need green lights, flashing lights to get in. But you guys, if you haven't gotten in, that's not a problem. All right. You guys can see, you guys can get in off this retest. All right. USD CAD, UJ, I want to hold off with some more rejection. All right. Gold, definitely going to keep my eye on gold. It's at a support resistance, so let's see how it reacts at this zone. All right. We had price snap down. We had that inverted morning star. We had price push right back up. All right. Let's see how this pin bar, if it closes with a pin bar, it could mean that buyers are still in this market, you guys. All right. But again, thank you guys so much for hopping on. I appreciate every one of you. If you guys have any questions, again, please don't hesitate to ask. You guys are here to get better. All right. Closed mouths do not get fed. All right. You're not going to get better by not asking questions. All right. Again, hope everyone has a wonderful day. God bless. and much peace, love, and abundance to everyone. All right, positive thoughts, positive attitudes, positive actions. All right, you're the only one that's going to get you to where you want to be. All right, just keep that in mind. All right, you can do it. It is possible.